Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. Are religious Americans in danger? That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. It is a fact of American life that the far left despises organized religion, generally speaking. They see churches, synagogues, mosques as oppressive, standing in the way of things like abortion and a libertine lifestyle. After the Supreme Court legalized gay marriage last week, the far left was delirious with joy, but not so much because homosexuals can now tie the knot, but because the decision has anti-church ramifications.
Obviously, a church, a synagogue, they don't have to marry same-sex couples if they don't want to, and no one is saying that they can. But you say Catholic Charities, if you want to adopt babies and be part of that process, you have to be equal to all. That's equal protection. And if you don't do that and you don't respect the supreme law of the land, then you are the one discriminating.
Mr. Cuomo is partially correct. The Supreme Court, as comprised now, would not order clerics to marry gays. It'd probably be 5-4. The 4 liberal justices might very well go for that. If Hillary Clinton's elected president, there may be a 5th uber-liberal judge appointed, but the adoption issue is certainly going to change no matter what happens. Chris Cuomo may not know this, but some Catholic charity agencies do allow gays to adopt. However, some don't. And those who don't will now have to go out of the adoption business. That's what happened in Massachusetts after a judge imposed gay marriage on that state. The reason, lawsuits. For example, the ACLU now suing the state of Louisiana because Governor Bobby Jindal signed an executive order protecting people of faith from being forced to participate in any way in gay weddings. We'll talk with the governor shortly. It's just a matter of time before lawsuits are filed against churches and religious organizations trying to strip them of their tax-exempt status if they don't toe the line on gay marriage and other progressive causes. The churches really can't afford those lawsuits and certainly can't afford to lose their tax-exempt status. So you will see more and more religious concerns back down. Also, religious leadership in America is generally weak. That's one of the reasons the gay marriage lobby was so successful. Few clerics would or could articulate their opposition in a meaningful way. Of course, there are exceptions, but the Catholic Church would provide no national cardinal, archbishop, or bishop to speak to the gay marriage matter. Believe me, we tried to balance the reporting. We wanted to hear from them. We got nowhere with the Catholic leadership. The Catholic Church in America, as you know, is frightened, coming off the terrible battering it took in the priest pedophilia scandal. The ACLU and other anti-religious organizations know that. They sense weakness. And believe me, they're going to move against people of faith. One bright spot in approving gay marriage, Justice Anthony Kennedy wrote the majority opinion, quote, "Finally, it must be emphasized that religions and those who adhere to religious doctrines may continue to advocate with utmost sincere conviction that, by divine precepts, same-sex marriage should not be condoned. The First Amendment ensures that religious organizations and persons are given proper protection." Again, as the court stands now, people of faith are somewhat protected, but one more liberal judge, and those protections might very well vanish. And that's a